Hey everybody, appreciate you tuning in. This channel here obviously is about travel and RV life and just have us out having a good time. But also started a while back with doing some how-to channel or updates, whether it be my cars, Jeep, what have you. In this case, it's going to be the motorhome. So we're going to do something a little bit different, and I'm going to jump on that bandwagon that so many other people are doing, and look at going to lithium in the motorhome. So all brand new to me. Don't know a whole lot about what's going on. Been talking to a lot of people. Got a lot of friends that have given me some advice. And it's time to replace the batteries, or soon time to replace the batteries in a motorhome. And at this price point now with lithium, you can do lithium maybe just a slight bit above what regular lead acid is. So I'm going to switch over to lithium. I started out with Redodo batteries. And a charger. I don't think so, but I don't think I need to, but I'm probably gonna switch the inverter charger as well. I'm gonna at least hook it up originally with what's in there. What comes from Thor is compatible to switch over to AGM or to lithium. So I'm gonna start that route and then go from there. Talk a little bit about DC to DC charger. I think I'm okay with that according to what Thor has told me, so we'll see. This might be as simple as a plug and play. I don't think it will be, but I'm gonna take you along and show you what I do. This video is going to be filmed over a course of numerous weekends. There's just a lot going on right now. I don't have a whole lot of time to get it done during the week, so let me show you what I got here. So start out with again the battery charger that I got is 14.6 volts, 10 amp charger. Again, the charger and inverter that's in the motorhome should work, but I want this just in case, and for nothing else, to do the initial charge, because they have to be equalized. So we'll take this apart, show you what's going on with that, and kind of get into that. I think I want to say I paid, none of this was given to me. I paid with all this with my own money. I want to say this was $189. And then the batteries themselves, I'm going from 6 volt lead acid batteries that are 100 amp each, to two 12 volt 280 amp with built-in Bluetooth, built-in protection for low temperature. They have a built-in 200 amp BMS, so it's going to make things a lot easier. And if everything I read about lithium is you get 280 amp hours, you can run these pretty close to completion without damaging the batteries. With the lead acid, you can only do about 50%. So you got 6 volts, 100 amp hours each, and there's 4 of them, so you got 400 amp hours. You only really can get about 200 amp hours before you start damaging the batteries. In this case, I'm getting 280 out of each battery, and I got 2 batteries, and I might actually see if I have room and move to a 3rd battery, but that would be down the line a little bit. So inside here, you're going to have the product manual. Tell you a little bit about the Bluetooth technology with Redodo, how to hook this up to your Bluetooth phone, your product manual that's going to tell you a little bit more about the battery itself, low temperature warnings, and how they will shut itself off once it gets below 35 degrees, I believe it is, and then it will start back up and start charging again at 41 degrees. So I'll read more into that as I get a chance, and before I stick it into the motorhome. And then you have the battery itself. So this battery is about the size of
3 out of the 4, but it's much lighter than lead acid. I think these come in at I believe was 41 pounds each, and you can see there 12.8 volts, 280 amp hours, rated energy at 3,584 hours, charging voltage of 14.4, which is something that I'll have to make sure I can change in the motorhome. I believe, again, that I'm being told I can. It's pretty easy to do through the Xantrax to get that to charge at 14.4 volts. And then continuous discharge 200 amp hours, and maximum power output is 2560. So I'm going to go ahead and stick these on the charger, get these charged up, and make sure that they are charged the same, and that and then we'll go from there. And I'll take you along as I take the old ones out and get these ones put in place, and just see what happens. But again, this video will be over a course of several weekends.
We got the Redodo DC to DC charger installed, along with two 280 amp hour lithium ion phosphate batteries. So this should get me, let's see, there was 4 6-volt 100 amp batteries in here. So this should get me about 4 times, I think, maybe 5 times. I'll have to do the math. So you had 600 amp hours in here. You could only use 50% of that. 300 amp hours before they were completely dead, or below 50% on the lead acid. You shouldn't go below that. This is with a lithium ion or lithium iron phosphate. You can take these all the way down to 0. Not that I will, but you can. So this is double the capacity of what was in there. I have room, and I think I might, we'll see what happens, add a shelf, which I have a shelf that goes in here anyhow. I usually use this for storage, but I think I'm gonna put this shelf in here and put another battery up there, and that's going to give me another 280 amp hours. So you know, do I need it? Probably not. The only thing I would really want to do is be able to hook up at least one of the air conditioners, just to take the heat out when we're going down the road, and hook that up to the inverter. So I got to do a little bit of work there. And one of the things I did find out, though, is I thought I had an inverter charger. Turns out it's only an inverter from it's a 2,000 watt inverter. So I'm gonna switch that out to a 3,000 watt inverter, and then switch over one of the air conditioners, probably the one in the front, since that's where the dogs are at most of the time when we're traveling down the road. And I'll be able to close off the bedroom doors and keep the cab and the living room cool while we're going down the road, or at least as the heat starts to come in, shut it off. And, you know, I'm not going to be able to obviously run it for 12 hours on the air conditioner, but actually be able to get a couple hours out of it anyhow. So enough to take the heat out. Didn't have to do anything different with the charger, that was actually under the bed. And like I said, at some point I'll change that inverter over. So it was pretty simple. I did leave a couple of the lugs here to add a third battery. So I was able to use the wires that were on here from the 4 6-volt batteries. So the only thing I really had to add was the DC to DC charge, or DC to DC Redodo. And basically what this does is it meters the electric coming from your alternator when it's running. So it doesn't, you know, with lithium, these batteries can absorb at a much quicker rate and a higher rate than your lead acid. So this meters what the alternator from the motor will put out, so you don't have you won't have to worry about burning that alternator up. So cycles on based off of timing, not necessarily heat or power. It's just timing, the way I understand it. So you won't have to worry about that burning it up. Everything else was pretty much plug and play. So pretty easy swap. Got this off of Amazon through the Redodo Amazon store. They always have good reviews. They always have good sales going on around holidays and Amazon Prime days. So that's why I'm thinking that I'm going to get a third battery, but that's down the line. This will get me for a while. This will do me at least through this year, and we'll see what happens in the spring next year. Maybe do that. So I'm going to button this up, get it cleaned up, put my shelving back in, get some of my storage back in here, because right now it's all through the garage. So if you have any questions, reach out, let me know. If you have if you switched over to lithium, put in the comments below who you went with and why you went with them. Hey, the big beards out there, I know that and Victron, that stuff is great, but it is extremely high priced. Do you get what you pay for? Yeah, probably. But everything I've read on Redodo has been great reviews, and I think this whole package was less than $1,000 for everything. Did all the work myself, and asked a lot of questions from people that knew what they were doing, and turned out really good. So charges off of the battery, charges off of the alternator, and it charges off of the generator, as well as shore power. So I'm good to go. So again, reach out if you got any questions, and put some comments down below if you like Redodo or if you've switched to lithium.
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Until next time, ciao.